welcome back again with another informative video today. Today I'm going to discuss about brand management, how it can be useful and effective in building your career. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So these are the topics that we'll be discussing today. Firstly, what is brand management? We'll discuss principle of brand management roles and responsibilities of brand managers. What are the benefits of effective brand management? How does brand management help you? And lastly, the conclusion. All right. So moving on to the next slide. What is brand management? Brand management is a concept which deals with strategizing and evaluating brands in terms of brand positioning, target customers, brand perception, and brand image. Now, what we understand here from this point is brand management is the art of taking a brand to a higher and higher levels. While it's tough to create a brand, it's tougher to sustain it. So this gives a rise to adapt management of a brand. It also refers to the continuous efforts which goes into adding value to your brand. So it's a a branding process responsible for identifying a brand's core value and managing it in a manner that the brand value is reflected in its target market. Here the brand uh, may represent a business, corporate, person, product, or you can say a service. It is also responsible for increasing brand equity and incorporates techniques for optimizing the perceived value of a brand in a sustainable manner. So this was what is brand management was. Moving on to the next slide. Principles of brand management. Okay, so the first point is brand awareness. Now, what is it? It's a strategy that implies marketing efforts that help a business promote a brand message. Like, you need to pay a lot of attention to creating awareness about your brand among the target audience. It is also essential that your brand reaches more and more people with the time. So going to the second point, we have here brand recognition. So brand recognition can also be triggered via audio cue, such as jingle or theme song associated with the brand. The third point we have here is brand reputation. Now, brand reputation is the process of monitoring how consumers perceive your business and taking strategic action when necessary to improve your brand's image. Now, a positive brand reputation builds loyalty and increases customer confidence in your brand and product, ultimately driving sales and bottom line growth. Okay, so point number 4 we have here is brand equity. Now, in marketing, brand equity is the level of a brand name has in the minds of consumer, and the value of having a brand that is identifiable and well thought of. Organizations establish brand equity by creating positive experiences that entice consumers to continue purchasing from them over competitors who make similar products. So this is done by generating awareness through campaigns that speak to target consumer values, delivering on promises and loyalty, and you can say retention efforts. So lastly, the point number 5 we have here is brand loyalty. One can understand just with the name brand loyalty. What does that really mean, Now, what is it? It is the tendency of consumers to continuously purchase one brand's product over other. Consumer behavior patterns demonstrate that consumers will continue to buy products from a company that has fostered a trusting relationship. So, having a loyal customer base can help a business push past its competitors and give it the competitive advantage it needs to succeed in the marketplace. All right. So, moving on to the next slide we have here is the roles and responsibilities of brand manager. So let's see what are the qualities a brand manager should have, or can say that the responsibilities that are taken care of. So going point by point, the first point we have here is design the brand name and brand identity. Point number 2, learn about the current and future market trends. Number 3, communicate with different departments. Number 4, keeping an eye on the business strategies of other brands. Number 5, protect the image of the brand. Number 6, communicate with different marketing and advertising agencies. And lastly, the number that is important and taken care of is the 7th point, communication with the consumer. All right. So these were the important roles that a brand manager should take care of it. Moving on to the next slide we have here is what are the benefits of effective brand management. Now when you manage to create a strong and brand identity, you will be able to attract more customers and make them feel that they have found a trustworthy brand. Some key benefits to maintaining effective brand management include is the ability to stand out beyond the competition. Now what we understand here with this first point, the ability to stand out beyond the competition. Here is once you have established an effective brand image, buyers will tend to gravitate towards your product or service and act in your favor, right? Point number 2, improve CLV and brand loyalty. Keeping a loyal customer base helps you identify who your most valuable customers are and how you can better target them specifically. Now, your brand works as an adhesive to your customers. The more they can trust your brand initiative, the more they will remain loyal to you, continue doing business with you, and spread word about your company. Thirdly, the point is a greater employer engagement. Now, when a company has a strong brand image, employees will feel more engaged at their jobs, working harder for the company's success and becoming a great ambassador for the business. Now, when employees at your company feel the energy of your organization and see the results their jobs produce, they are more likely to want to be a part of the missing of your company. So with this, we moving on to the next slide we have here is how does brand management help you? Well, it can be understood by relating your brand to your child. Just giving a birth to a child doesn't suffice. You need to raise him with utmost care and dedication. You need to nurture it with your efforts and be at your best all the time to make sure that your child turns up into a great adult. The same is the case with your brand. Well, your brand is your brainchild too. So, best of luck for raising your brand into a huge success. Lastly, going to the last slide of today is we have here is conclusion. Now, on the concluding note, I would like to say is that it's clear that managers must treat a brand like a living entity, which means that it keeps changing over time. The image of a brand keeps on changing in the market, but of course you can't control what others says about you, so nor can you take control of the consumers thought about your brand. The only thing in your hand is to take strategic steps to ensure that you hold to your words and your brand's core values. So with this coming to the end of the video, I hope this would help you make a firm ground for the brand to stand tall in the market, and I hope this also helps you in your building your career. And finally, if you have liked our videos, don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon button for the new videos notification. Thank you for watching it. Bye bye.